Good morning, students. Today we are going to do a chapter from English textbook of ninth class, and the name of the chapter is Packing, written by Jerome K. Jerome. Actually, in this chapter, we talk about organizing and planning skills of a person, wherein we don't have to waste our time. When we start the chapter, when the chapter starts, we see that Jerome K. Jerome, whose narrator, takes pride in his skills of packing. He has to go on a trip with his friends George and Harris, and he tells them that I'm the master in packing and you don't need to worry about it. Meanwhile, we see as the day approaches, he's lounging, he's sitting relaxing in his chair, not actually taking it very seriously. But once he starts packing, there is a lot of mess because he is not a well organized packer. And we all know that while we plan a trip, the first things we do is that we book the tickets, and the next thing is packing. So I would advise you students to always make a checklist out of it, right? Whatever you have to put, your bag, your shoes and your toiletries, and you should have a bag which is well organized so that you don't put you don't put all the things together. Like you know that in your toiletries kit you cannot put your clothes over there, because if something comes out like shampoo or soap, it can spoil your dress. Herein we see that they are not that well organized. They are putting things in a jiffy manner, in a very unorganized manner. We see that the toothbrush is found in boots, and tomatoes are squashed because they have put something heavy, a pot on that. And then we also see that there is a dog called Montmorency, who is he has an element of humor also, but he destroys everything he sees around him. They have put something like butter to also pack in the bag of clothes, which is not so visible because actually butter is something that we eat. We cannot put it with clothes. So what happens that Montmorency splashes the butter and he falls on it, and everything is a mess. And Jerome K. Jerome, the narrator, he is very confused about the whole idea. Whatever he's seeing, he's confused. And then they see that even the jam is scattered, teaspoons and lemons, they're hampering. And then till 12:50 p.m. we see that they are still in the process of packing, and nothing is as sorted. Till 6:30, George is just nowhere, wherein his confidence level was so much that he thought that he would be the best and he can do it in minutes. So then we also see at the end that we all know that actually organizing and planning helps us to go a very long way. As I said, that if you have a checklist and you know that you don't have to put eatables with clothes, and you don't have to put toiletries with shoes, so these things should be kept in mind before you plan a trip and you start packing. Now if we go to the character sketch of Jerome, we see that he is very overconfident. His perspective over packing is that he knows it all, and arrogantly means a bit of pride in him that I will do the packing in the best way. He says that, but as we go, we see that he's clumsy, forgetful. He forgets his toothbrush, then he forgets his shoes, then a comb or something like that. And then further, he puts, eatables along with clothes, with smudges, and then we see that his behavior is like, that I am very confident, I would do it very nicely, but ultimately he ends up in creating more mess because he's an unorganized planner. And with this, we also see that the theme is about funny, relatable chaos of preparing a trip. A trip should be done in a very well organized manner, and prior to going 2-3 days, we should know what we are carrying along with us. We don't have to be overconfident. In fact, we have to make a checklist. We have to do everything in a very organized way. We have to put everything in different bags, and in a way that they don't spoil our clothes and the eatables if we are taking eatables along with us. So it has to be kept in a polythene and wrapped in a proper way so that nothing is spoiled by by even eating eatables, or even by your toothbrush, your toothpaste. It is not spoiled in that way. So we see that it is also, while we see that the imperfections in a human being, like being overconfident and being clumsy, we also see the other side of the chapter, which is about friendship. That they all friends are together, they're planning a trip, and they're not even fighting with each other. That you said that you would do the packing in a very organized way, see what you are doing. They're not blaming each other either. They have a kind of unity, and we see that they have come over the night out to the friend's place, like Jerome, who's the narrator. George and Michael have come there, and they are going the next day together. We see that there's a dependency, there's a friendship, and they're not fighting over it. Although the narrator has said that I'm very good at packing, they already saw that he's not that good at it, but they are not blaming him for the same. So we see that at its heart, that even when you have friendship, even you are frustrated with each other, you still manage, because there is a trust, there is love. And that is what is happening in this chapter also. There is also a humorous side to the chapter, that we make small mistakes, but at the end, even those mistakes make us realize that we can do better in life. And by staying together in unity and doing the teamwork, and not actually being overconfident, but learning certain skills, can help us go a long way. Thank you.